I'm Zahir, Kelvin Abdullah, and this is Nightline. The top stories. Malaysia's SARA initiative earns international praise. Also, uproar at Bersatu AGM as party president faces pushback from members. Good morning. We begin the bulletin with this story. Chaos broke out at Bersatu's 8th Annual General Assembly on Saturday night when several members heckled Party President Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin near the end of his speech. The disruption occurred as Muhyiddin revealed that certain individuals were collecting signatures in an attempt to unseat him, prompting some members in the audience to call for his resignation. In his address, Muhyiddin reminded members to uphold the party's constitution and not sow discord among themselves. He alleged that certain members had acted against the constitution by attempting to gather signatures in a bid to unseat him. His remarks prompted an uproar from the floor, with some delegates shouting at him to step down, briefly disrupting the proceedings. Muhyiddin, however, continued with his speech as order was gradually restored in the hall. Now, Malaysia's Sumbangan Asas Rahmah or SARA initiative has drawn praise from foreign leaders who have described it as an innovative and people-centered initiative. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim said his counterparts had expressed admiration for Malaysia's ability to carry out the program, with some adding that it would be difficult to replicate in their own countries. Speaking at the closing ceremony of the Madani Rakyat program in Baling, Kedah, Anwar said many foreign leaders admitted it would be difficult for their governments to implement such an initiative to directly ease the people's burden. He cited a recent example of Vietnam's Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh, who recently announced assistance of about 50 ringgit per person.
Bila saya bincang dengan kawan-kawan saya di luar negara, terutama pemimpin ASEAN, dia tanya, penduduk 34 juta, kita belanjar 15 bilion ringgit untuk bagi kepada 9 juta. Kebanyakan mereka jawab, tak mampu menegur.
The Prime Minister also rebuked critics who belittled the SARA allocation of 100 ringgit, stressing that it comes in addition to existing Rahmah cash contributions or STR, which can make a real difference to those in need. Following the event, Anwar visited a supermarket in Baling as part of the SARA outreach program. He expressed satisfaction with the system's rollout despite some minor glitches in its early days. Anwar said the initiative was not designed solely for large supermarkets but also included smaller retailers and rural outlets.
Saya tengok program SARA ni, maknanya apa dia? Pertama, bukan saja pasaran yang besar, yang kecil-kecil pun termasuk. Keduanya, kita sekarang galakkan tambahan produk tempatan. Kita tengok banyak kopi Baling. Kemudian ada kicap Kuala Kedah, Alostar ataupun di Kelantan.
Currently, about 2,000 grocery stores and small-scale retailers are taking part in the program. The government is also encouraging more small businesses with reliable transaction systems to register. SARA is provided to all citizens aged 18 and above and can be redeemed until December 31st at over 7,300 participating outlets nationwide. In his speech, the Prime Minister also announced that the federal government has agreed to Kedah's request to develop a portion of its paddy cultivation areas, especially those near major towns, to make way for industrial, commercial and housing development. He said Kedah has been given the green light to convert some of its paddy fields, particularly around Alostar, for long-term development projects that will bring greater benefits to the state.
Saya bagi pandangan dan Tuan Menteri setuju untuk kita perluaskan sikit, kurangkan kawasan lapang padi, perluaskan sedikit sekitar Alostar dan SUG, dan kemudian memastikan kawasan baru supaya keperluan negeri Kedah dari segi industri, perumahan dan komersial dapat dijamin.
The Prime Minister added that ongoing federal efforts to support Kedah show that his administration has never sidelined the state. Federal allocations for Kedah have also increased, rising from 7 billion ringgit in 2021 to 9.6 billion ringgit this year. At the same event, the Prime Minister also addressed tensions involving neighbouring countries. He stressed that Malaysia will continue to play a vital role in ensuring peace along the Thailand-Cambodia border, which is crucial for maintaining stability in the ASEAN region.
Semalam pagi masih lagi ada laporan kerana ada satu tembakan di sempadan. Dia tak payah banyak. Seorang yang start tembak, boom, meletup balik. Segera umpamanya Menteri Luar dan Parlimen Tentera terus hubungi, tanya penjelasan. Jawapannya ada salah seorang dia tertembak dan minta maaf. Nasib baik tidak ada kecederaan parah.
Back in July, tensions flared along the disputed border area after troops exchanged gunfire. However, on July 29, both countries reached an agreement to enforce an immediate unconditional ceasefire. A new bill to provide 24-hour protection for employees under the Social Security Organisation is expected to be tabled in Parliament this year. Once passed, employees will not only be protected while on the job, but also outside of working hours. According to Human Resources Minister Stephen Sim, the policy framework for the amendments has already been approved by the Cabinet and efforts are underway to revise the Employees Social Security Act. He said the proposed bill is crucial to ensure comprehensive protection for Malaysia's workforce.
Kalau dia dah habis kerja, dia balik rumah bawa anak bini contohnya makan malam. Ini private. Kalau berlaku apa-apa, dia tidak dilindungi. Dan kita juga nampak satu kelompangan di mana dalam Malaysia ini hanya 40% saja yang ada dilindungi di bawah insurans swasta.
He was speaking during a press conference after officiating the opening of the 2025 National Trade Union Assembly in Bertam, Pulau Pinang. Sim also said the ministry has begun reviewing 28 labour laws to ensure that they provide optimal and up-to-date protection for workers. The review includes several major laws such as the Employment Act, the Sabah Labour Ordinance and the Sarawak Labour Ordinance. The Attorney General's chambers will not pursue charges against any additional individuals in connection with the death of Form 1 student Zahir Karina Mahathir until the coroner's inquest concludes. Attorney General Tan Sri Muhammad Dusuki Mokhtar said only 5 female students have been charged in connection with the case so far.
Setakat ini kita tak ada cadangan untuk menuduh mana-mana suspek lah. Sehingga inquest selesai. Nanti inquest selesai tu kita akan tengok balik. Itu pun bergantung kepada keputusan inquest tu yang sedang berjalan lah di Kota Kinabalu kan.
He explained that the proceedings have been set for a fixed period and will continue as scheduled to ensure fairness to all parties involved. Last month, 5 teenage girls were charged in the juvenile court with uttering abusive words against the late Zahir Karina. The inquest began on September 3rd at the Coroner's Court in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah, and is scheduled to run over 19 days. Meanwhile, police have received a report lodged by the forensic pathologist involved in the case, Dr. Jessie Hugh. It is understood that the report was linked to threats made by netizens following her 2-day testimony during the inquest into the death of Zahir Karina. District Police Chief Assistant Commissioner Kasimuda confirmed that the report was received on Friday afternoon. In the report, Dr. Hugh stated that she had been informed by the Queen Elizabeth Hospital director about the threats. During the inquest, Dr. Hugh testified that it was unlikely that the 13-year-old student had accidentally fallen or had been pushed from a standing position. She is set to continue her testimony next week. Women from low-income families, especially housewives living in Kuala Lumpur's public housing projects, are being empowered to earn extra income through the Dapo Digital Initiative. Titi Wangsa, Member of Parliament, Datuk Sri Johari Abdul Ghani, said the program helps unemployed housewives contribute financially without having to leave their homes. Speaking to reporters at the launch on Saturday, Johari explained that Dapo Digital is a program that provides shared cooking facilities and digital business support in Projek Perumahan Rakyat or PPR communities.
Ini kita sediakan satu tempat kosong di dalam kawasan komuniti ini yang kita panggil semua mana-mana suri rumah yang ada di kawasan ini yang tak ada kerja dan boleh buat mendapat pendapatan tambahan kepada keluarga mereka.
The initiative connects small-scale entrepreneurs with food delivery platforms, removing the burden of marketing and giving them a broader customer base without expensive advertising. Nini Yusuf, Chief Executive Officer of Media Prima Television Networks, described the program as a bridge to digital literacy and modern entrepreneurship.
Mengeksposkan kepada golongan wanita ataupun entrepreneur ni kepada dunia digital kerana prosesnya lebih cepat, lebih senang dan lebih bagus dari segi penyelarasan, because when you do your PNL, you buat proses semuanya secara digital, dan saya rasa ini adalah satu yang bagus untuk dari segi keluarga itu sendiri.
The Digital Kitchen program is currently active in 15 locations across Kuala Lumpur. The Defence Ministry will consider alternative options if a decision to purchase FA-18 Hornet fighter jets from the Kuwait Air Force cannot be finalized. Defence Minister Datuk Sri Muhammad Khalid Nordin said this was because KAF had yet to decide on handing over the aircraft as it was still awaiting delivery of new jets ordered from the United States.
Berapa lama pula kita boleh tunggu bagi keperluan kita. Jadi di sinilah kalau kita tunggu tanpa itu kita tak akan buat apa-apa untuk timbang benda lain. Jadi di sinilah kita fikirkan kita perlu ada option lain.
He said the ministry is actively studying other potential solutions to avoid leaving Malaysia in a disadvantaged position. Meanwhile, Khalid confirmed that the planned purchase of 18 FA-50 fighter jets from South Korea, scheduled to arrive in 2027, was expected to meet near-term air defense needs. From everyday habits to major global shifts, the digital economy has transformed how people live across the world. In Malaysia, the focus has likewise shifted towards embracing digitalization, spanning areas from trade to public services. Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation MDEC Chief Executive Officer Anwar Faris Fadzil said one way Malaysia can elevate its digital economy is through the Malaysia Digital Acceleration Summit MDX 2025, which highlights how digitalization can further drive the country's growth and competitiveness forward.
One is we are showcasing all the new technologies. We're showcasing about digital trust. We're showcasing about how creativity works for Malaysia through the digital economy and how we're able to have more benefits to the Malaysians. How does data work for you? How does AI work for you? How are we able to utilize and leverage and catalyze all these technologies for our daily lives?
He also said that the summit will bring together brilliant minds which will help the next generation of innovators and entrepreneurs.
We have mentorship opportunities. We have business matching opportunities. We have investment opportunities. And to just come to one place, to have all these opportunities to be able to explore this and learn is one of the main things for me.
Anwar said this while appearing as a guest on TV3's flagship business and financial talk show, Money Matters, which aired on Saturday. He also hopes the summit will create opportunities for Malaysia to develop new technologies, further strengthening the nation's standing on the global stage. Cyclist killed in car collision. This and more from the local front after this breather.
atap pun dah bocor tengah, dah tak ada atapnya. Rumah akak ni pun satu pun api air tak ada dah. Mak akak tak mampu lah nak bayar. Udah banyak juga. Dah sampai 1,200.
Sekarang dari sini sehari pergi je RM20. Balik kan RM20. Pergi cuci tu RM200 sehari. Memang susah lah sangat.
Terbaru dituntut.
Ni, kau ambil apron ni, aku berhenti kerja. I quit. Lepas ni nak buat kerja apa pula? Nak buat taksi.
Error awak. Kafe bunga telang ni baru je buka tapi tengok pelanggan ramai yo.
Nah, dia terror. Orang macam Kak Shalisa ni memang terbaik, the perfect chef. Macam tu.
Jidah ni macam cool tau. Saya ingin sangat nak jumpa dia.
Kenapa? Nak masuk Minang?
Muat turun dan layan tonton sekarang. Semua favourite anda di sini.
Pada tahun ini, sehingga Ogos 2025, kita telah menerima lebih 700 kes cyberbully yang dilaporkan ke Cybersecurity Malaysia.
Apabila mereka mula mengalami keresahan, kemurungan, itu menyebabkan mereka merasa penat untuk meneruskan kehidupan dan berjuang untuk membersihkan nama mereka.
Syah dikatakan telah membunuh diri atas isu tekanan daripada cyberbully.
Keadilan buat Syamsul Haris, misteri yang belum terungkap.
Alhamdulillah proses yang pertama dah pun selesai dan saya berpuas hati lah.
Pemalsuan identiti, skamer cuba tipu rakan terdekat.
Kenapa dengan bisnes kau? Bukan kau baru buka ke?
Saksikan 999 Selasa jam 9 malam di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Nightline continues. A syndicate behind the distribution of fake SMS messages has been crippled following a special operation by the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission, MCMC, at 2 separate locations recently. One man has been arrested after being found operating illegal telecommunication equipment. The operation, codenamed Op Punching, was carried out with the cooperation of the police following public complaints and intelligence gathering. The suspect was caught using an illegal device known as Fake Base Transceiver Station, or Fake BTS, inside a vehicle parked near a shopping mall. Frequency tests confirmed the device was not only transmitting fraudulent SMS messages and phishing links, but was also promoting illegal gambling to members of the public in the area.
Dia pakai portable, hotspot. Ini maksudnya dah 2,281 nombor intek. Dia akan mesej. Betul. Dia sudah hantar 2,281 mesej. Dan satu hari boleh sampai berapa? 10,000 nombor satu hari dia boleh. Ini apa dia cakap? Ini main judi ni, lu masuk judi. Judi. Ini judi je. Ini judi.
Following the arrest, a house in Kota Kemuning, Shah Alam, was raided and found to be used as a storage site for vehicles and fake BTS equipment. Investigations revealed the syndicate's modus operandi involved modifying the fake BTS equipment to operate as a mobile unit. The total value of the seized items is estimated at 100,000 ringgit. In Kedah, a cyclist taking part in a race in Langkawi was killed following an accident with a car on Saturday. The crash, which occurred at 8:45 a.m., claimed the life of 28-year-old Loh Beng Seng. Langkawi Police Chief ACP Shariman Ashari said initial investigations showed that Loh was trying to avoid colliding with other participants when the accident occurred. However, he was thrown into the opposite lane and collided with an oncoming vehicle. The victim suffered severe head injuries and was pronounced dead at the scene by medical personnel. Loh's body was sent to the Sultanah Maliha Hospital Forensic Unit for post-mortem. The case is being investigated under the Road Transport Act. In Selangor, 2 houses were destroyed in a fire in Klang on Saturday. No casualties were reported in the incident, which occurred at around 12 p.m. Videos of the blaze have since been uploaded and widely shared on social media. State Fire and Rescue Department Assistant Director of Operations Ahmad Mukhlis Mokhtar said the blaze completely destroyed the 2 houses, which were located at Bagan Tau Chu, Pulau Ketam. The fire was fully extinguished at 12:30 p.m. by firefighters from the Port Klang Fire and Rescue Station, assisted by the Pulau Ketam Volunteer Fire Brigade. Investigations are ongoing to determine the cause of the fire and assess the total losses. Meanwhile, in Sarawak, a fire ravaged 5 houses with one nearly completely destroyed. The 7:15 a.m. incident in Cebu also damaged 4 nearby houses and destroyed 4 vehicles, including a motorcycle. The firefighting operation involved 18 personnel from the Cebu Central and Sungai Merah Fire and Rescue stations. The cause of the fire and the total losses are still under investigation. National Wushu squad shines again. The details when Nightline returns.
Pada tahun ini, sehingga Ogos 2025, kita telah menerima lebih 700 kes cyberbully yang dilaporkan ke Cybersecurity Malaysia.
Apabila mereka mula mengalami keresahan, kemurungan, itu menyebabkan mereka merasa penat untuk meneruskan kehidupan dan berjuang untuk membersihkan nama mereka.
Syah dikatakan telah membunuh diri atas isu tekanan daripada cyberbully.
Kita orang Sarawak, macam-macam aktiviti best minggu kita di studio tonton drama sangat. Ada gaya macam ratu, pertandingan ratu etnik drama sangat dah tunggu. Untuk adik-adik, tunjukkan bakat Nurana Ejen Ali sambil bergambar dengan maskot Ejen Ali. Yang hati kental, boleh cuba masuk trail rumah hantu. Dan mestilah personaliti media prima dan artis drama sangat pun ada. Selfie banyak-banyak, okey? Jumpa kita semua di Karnival Jom Heboh Sarawak, dataran perayaan Petra Jaya Kuching 5 hingga 7 September ini. Jom, jom, jom!
Keadilan buat Syamsul Haris, misteri yang belum terungkap.
Okey, alhamdulillah proses yang pertama dah pun selesai dan saya berpuas hatilah.
Pemalsuan identiti, skamer cuba tipu rakan terdekat.
Kenapa dengan bisnes kau? Bukan kau baru buka ke?
Saksikan 999 Selasa jam 9 malam di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Juara! Ada juara lebih ke 13.
Alah, tengah sedap tergantung pula. Sabar jap, biar abang yang setelkan bil Tonton.
Tak perlu overthinking, just keep watching. Lagi mudah bayar bil tonton terus melalui bil telefon. Pilih telco kegemaran, bayar dan sambung layan sampai tak berhenti.
The foreign front. The Israeli military urged Gaza City residents to evacuate south on Saturday before bombing a high-rise tower as its forces pushed deeper into the enclave's largest urban area. The military had earlier designated Al-Mawasi in Khan Yunis as a humanitarian zone and urged Gazans to relocate there, assuring them that food, medical care and shelter would be available despite the area already being severely overcrowded. The army later bombed a high-rise Gaza City tower that it said was being used by Hamas without providing evidence to support the assertion. It was not immediately clear if there were any casualties. Before the strike, Gazan health authorities reported at least 35 Palestinians killed on Saturday. Meanwhile, in the UK, police arrested protesters at a demonstration against the government's ban of the campaign group Palestine Action. Hundreds of people gathered in Parliament Square in central London on Saturday, many displaying Palestinian flags and expressing support for Palestine. Officers were seen removing individuals from the crowd after some protesters indicated they would refuse bail if detained. Earlier, the Metropolitan Police warned that people showing support for the group, which has been proscribed under the terrorism law, would face arrest. 'Cause 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 Thailand's Prime Minister-elect Anutin Charnvirakul has named the former finance minister official, a top oil and gas executive and a respected diplomat to run the finance, energy and foreign ministries respectively. Anutin announced the appointments on Saturday, saying his first cabinet picks would bring confidence to a country shaken by political and economic upheaval. He said economist Ek Niti Than Prapas, energy executive Autapol Rekpibun and diplomat Sihasak Phuong Ket Kau were top executives in the organizations they will be responsible for. Ek Niti is a finance ministry official who was once seen as a candidate for central bank governor, while Autapol helmed the country's largest company, the state-owned energy firm PTT Group. Former Permanent Secretary Sihasak will return as foreign minister. Sports now, Wushu and the 2025 World Championships in Brazil. It was a stellar day for Malaysia as national exponents secured 2 more gold medals at the prestigious tournament through Si Shin Peng and Tan Cheong Min on Friday. At the Ulysses Guimarães Convention Center, Malacca-born Shin Peng, who had already won the men's Changshu event on Thursday, dazzled the judges once again with a flawless display to claim the Jiangsu crown with 9.746 points. Macau's Shin Ka-hao and Hong Kong's Chen Jiansong settled for silver and bronze respectively. The second gold came from Tan Cheong Min, who added to a silver in the women's Nandao with victory in the Nanggun event, also scoring 9.746 points. She narrowly edged out Taiwan's Chao Tang-suan, who took silver with 9.723 points, with South Korea's Si Woo-byun secured bronze. After 3 days of competition, Malaysia's tally in Brasilia stands at 3 gold, 1 silver and 1 bronze. Turning to squash, the 2025 London Classic. National players S. Sivasangari and Ng Yen Yao continued their winning momentum, storming into the semi-finals on Friday. At Alexandra Palace in London, women's ace Sivasangari needed just 20 minutes to sweep past Yasmin Hutton 11-9, 11-5 and book her spot in the last 4. Next up, the defending champion will take on world number 5 Amina Orfi of Egypt. In the men's singles, world number 12 Yen Yao pulled off the biggest win of his career, stunning England's Marwan El Shorbagy 11-9, 11-9 in 36 minutes to reach the semi-finals. The Malaysian will now face world number 3 and defending champion Paul Cole of New Zealand for a place in the final. Hockey now, the 2025 Asia Cup. Malaysia's hopes of reaching the final were dashed after the national men's squad fell 3-4 to South Korea in their last Super 4 match in Bihar, India on Saturday. The Speedy Tigers started brightly with Fitri Saari scoring in the 9th minute before Kim Hyong-hong equalized for Korea in the 24th. Nick Rosemi restored Malaysia's lead in the 29th and side Muhammad Shafiq extended it early in the second half. But South Korea roared back with goals from Oh Si-yong and Lee Jung-jun before Hyong-hong struck again to seal the win in the 51st minute. The defeat means Malaysia miss out on an automatic World Cup berth as only the champions qualify. The Speedy Tigers will now contest their 3rd place playoff tomorrow against either India or China. And that concludes Nightline this time around. Before we leave, let's take a look at the Maulidur Rasul celebrations held at Surau Al-Muhajirin in Bandar Sri Damansara, where the community came together in a procession to honor Prophet Muhammad's birth. With that, I'm Zahir, Kelvin Abdullah. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your weekend.